Hi, I'm Carla, and here I am at Mount Rainier Farmers Market. And it's a really hot day, but you know what that means? The heat means everything you need to make ratatouille with is right here at the market, and everything you need to make watermelon gazpacho is right here at the market. So I brought some jicama, even though it's not at the market.
And this is jicama?
Yeah, so this is jicama.
And why jicama? What does it taste like?
I like jicama because jicama almost tastes like a watercress, but I'm using jicama because it's a nice, refreshing, watery fruit. Or is it a vegetable? Is that one of those questions? Is it a fruit or is it a vegetable? I think it's a fruit. So, it will definitely add a nice texture. It almost has the texture of an Asian pear, so if you can imagine that.
Okay.
Hey!
Hi! How are you? I am doing a watermelon gazpacho. Yep. So I'm just going to start cutting up everything, and what I have done ahead of time, even though I have the watermelon here, I have taken the pureed watermelon because I don't have any electricity here. And then I took peppers and onions and jalapenos and cucumbers, and I put them through a cheesecloth, so I have watermelon water. So that's going to be the base of our soup. And if you don't like cold soups, you know what you're going to do with that watermelon water? You're going to make it a drink. You're going to make it a little cocktail. You're going to add some lemon vodka or something like that. You're going to add a little something, some cucumbers, and you'll have your nice drink. This onion it's not strong. You can smell that it's sweet, which is so nice. So I got this from the vendors down there.
Schlegel Farms.
Schlegel Farms, thank you.
No. What you can do is cut around the seeds, because so often if you just cut right into the pepper, then you have those seeds and you can't get them off, and they're bitter. So then you're trying to fight all the seeds. No.
You know, so just pick that up. And I know you can't really see what I'm doing. Little watermelon. And wait till we get to the watermelon. I can't wait to show you how we cook that up. Now, what's easiest to do when you have a pepper or like a peach or something with a tough skin, turn it on the fleshy side as opposed to the skin side. And not saying that your knife isn't the sharpest, but probably it isn't. So it'll be much easier to cut this way. And I'm also doing the jalapenos really, really fine. Because again, you want all the bites in your soup, but you don't want a big thing of jalapeno, or the, in this case, poblano. And although I didn't do it, it's a good idea to taste the pepper first to see if it's really hot. Because you know, one year all the peppers were really, really hot and everything would just blow your head off. Here is cutting watermelon 101. Let me clean up my cutting board. Now in our soup, I already have the watermelon water. So what I want is the watermelon that's actually going to go in our relish. So I cut the watermelon in quarters. Then I'm going to make a grid, and I want the watermelon to be about that size. Because what you don't want is to have a big chunk of watermelon that can't get on your spoon. Basically, my rule of thumb is to make all of the ingredients small enough to fit on the spoon, so I get everything in one cut. You see I made those cuts? It's a lot like I did the onion, and now I'm going to go back and make these cuts. See that?
Yes.
And now it's going all the way down to, it's not going through the rind.
Down to the rind.
Down to the rind. Okay, you ready for the piece de resistance?
I can see it already happening. Oh my
Wonderful herbs. Basil was watermelon.
And so I'm going to use this basil. This is really fresh from the farmer.
From Buford Farms.
Buford Farms is from Buford Farms. I know, I have to get all the names down. I just know it's Debbie. There's Debbie and Mike down there. Okay, so you see I'm stacking my leaves. Then now what I want to do is roll them like a cigar. And because I don't really want them the pieces to be that long, I cut them in half and then I just slice. It's really important to have a sharp knife because then you see how I've stacked them and there's just these stacked pieces. And then you just have to worry about cutting something that's now only an inch or shorter as opposed to something that's really long. So there you go. That's all that in there. Let's do some cilantro, also from Buford Farms. Okay, so you have this, and we have our jicama. There's a little bit of that in there. And we've got our sweet onion. I'm going to put some of the white onion in there. And I'm going to take that out because we don't want those big pieces in there. Then I have my poblano. Now I'm going to cut some cucumber and some red pepper. And if you have yellow pepper, you can put that in there. Imagine if you have yellow watermelon, how beautiful that would be.
Yeah.
Okay, so we have that.
Oh, they have yellow watermelon?
Yeah.
You haven't seen? There was some at Chop Market yesterday. And I'm doing the same thing with my pepper. I'm going ahead and cutting around the seeds. And if there is pith in there, you want to just slice that out because that's kind of bitter.
It's okay.
Okay. I can't wait for you all to try this. It's just so yummy. All right. Now I'm going to add some more acid, which is red wine vinegar.
About how much?
It's on the recipe, but it's about a tablespoon or so, but to taste, because we are bringing all the flavors together. And I'm adding a couple tablespoons of olive oil. I'm going to mix all this up together. And we were talking earlier, you all, if you have a yellow pepper, throw that in. But let's say you have found a beautiful, wonderful farmer who is carrying yellow watermelon. Grab it, run. Do not walk, run. All right, this is looking really, really good. Let's taste it. So if there's a recipe that calls for lemon juice or lime juice, or lime juice, you want to 9 times out of 10 use the zest because it's going to amp up the flavor. So I'm going to put some zest in here. I'm so excited for you all to try this, and I know the build-up. So, were you here last time when I talked about lime salt? So, if you are doing, you have your zest, and if you add zest to salt, and you can put it in a spice grinder or not, I want you to pass that around. That's just salt and lime zest.
Oh, wow.
How long does it last in there?
You can keep it in the refrigerator, but it's going to dry out, so it'll be totally fine. And you can do it with sugar as well. So you can make a lime sugar, a lime salt.
I died to that thing.
Oh, you need this. I'm not a tool chick, but you all need a microplane.
I have it.
You need a microplane, you need a serrated peeler. There's certain things that you need in your arsenal. You don't need a lot of things. If you have too much, you can't find it when it's time to use it. But, you know. All right, so we have that in there. Now let's go ahead, and why not? And what is the compliments? We have to put salt in here, put some of our lime salt. Now we have some spice in we have poblanos, but I want to add a little bit of cayenne, because I think the spice would be nice. Just a little bit. All right, that's what. So it's going to be even better. Now, if you do have issues with hypertension, then the best thing for you to do is to add lemon or lime juice because it will taste like salt. Well, a little bit, you know, but you get that brightness. Okay, you guys, it's almost time. I'm so excited. Okay, one more time. I'm gonna let you.
How'd you make the juice again?
Okay, now what I did here
I put the watermelon into, and I couldn't do this here because I don't have a blender. I put the watermelon and the cucumbers, some jalapenos into the blender, and then I took cheesecloth. And you don't have to do this. My recipe doesn't say to do this, but I knew it was going to be hot. No, no, you can put the whole thing in the blender and call it a day. But you're special, and I want you to feel special.
And so, okay.
And so it is. So I can't. Of course, I can't get this open.
It's almost done.
Wait, I missed that.
This is watermelon water. I just blended the watermelon in a blender and then just let it drain through cheesecloth.
Okay.
But in my recipe that's on the website for 5aday.com.org.
5-a-day CSA.
5aday.csa.com. It's 5aday.csa.com.
And the Mount Rainier Farmers Market.
And the Mount Rainier Farmers Market.
We
So
have the recipe for you.
the reason I did it like this is because you can
Sitting in with people there and somebody.
you can freeze this ahead, but also it was going to be so hot that I wanted it to be really, really cold to be refreshing. And the thinner something is, the more refreshing it is. Oh, let me taste it. Never serve anything you haven't tasted.
Well, he doesn't have it yet.
What do I do with my
You got
spoons?
the
Am I
city
crazy? What do I do with my
endorsement.
spoons?
Oh my gosh.
What does it taste? Just
Well, it's cucumber and celery.
It's cucumber
And jicama.
I know. It's cucumber, celery.
There's celery in there?
It's a little celery in this juice. And actually, I was supposed to put celery in here, and I didn't. Well, I didn't put it in here because it's none at the farm.
You can taste the sweet sour.
There's so much going on.
Yes.
Yeah.